Hey, as always, welcome to Ivy Knows Best. I'm Eric Ivy. You know, 1/3 of the show, Ivy Knows Best, of course. Along with me, I brought a special guest, Mr. Trey Goodman. Trey, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, brother? Salute. How you feeling?
Oh man, just living life. You know that at the job, so to speak. I almost
Appreciate
said
you.
on.
Go
Oh man,
ahead.
I appreciate you coming. I almost said on the plantation, but boy,
Yeah,
we ain't doing that shit.
I can dig it, man. I appreciate you having me on, though, bro. Real talk.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Hey, now look, a lot of y'all probably don't know who Trey Goodman is. All right, Trey Goodman is one of the most funny people I've ever met in my life. Comedian. Does a whole lot of different things. We know each other for a variety of years, a few years. And I said, you know what, Trey, this would be a perfect opportunity for the world to meet you and introduce y'all to him and him to y'all. So we're gonna welcome him to the show today. Trey, how you feeling, man? What's going on?
Man, I'm chilling, man. I'm out here in the DMV area, man. Enjoying it. Well, kind of enjoying the weather. It's about to snow out here, bro. It's about to be blizzard out here. So,
Mm-hmm.
other than I'm ready for see them Cowboys today. You know what I'm saying? Play all game today.
Right on. Hey, now Trey, where you from, bro? Tell these people where you from.
So, man, I'm really from Sherman, Texas, man. North Texas. That's like about 30 minutes north, Dallas. Um, Yeah, man. I was raised there, born and raised, joined the military, man. Army veteran. Did 6 years in Army, man. Got out, found my way up here to the DMV area, man. Been here ever since. Feel like a second home now.
All right, right on, right on. All right, now Trey, now we were talking prior to the show, ladies and gentlemen. As you know, most things that happen here on the show happen starting with conversation, right? Obviously, Kush and Christy are not with us today. Uh, Chrissy's celebrating her birthday, so happy birthday to her. She's down in Atlanta. Kush is actually off. He's taking care of some personal issues, whatever the case may be, but they will be back. But we have Trey here today. And Trey, me and Trey and Kush, you know what's funny? I was talking to Kush a little bit with Trey prior to this, right? And we were talking about sexual harassment, right? And in the lines that people don't understand that they cross. Now, I know this might seem a little serious for people out there. We're not saying the sexual harassment doesn't exist because it clearly does. There's a reason why we have this problem. There's things I realized just in my personal life, honestly, me myself. There is a difference between sexual harassment and applying pressure, right?
Yeah,
And sometimes we as men we cross that motherfucker quite a bit. But
yeah,
you know, you might be like, "Hey, girl, what's going on? You look nice today, Ashley." And Ashley ain't feeling nice.
right.
Sexual harassment, right? Or you might fuck around and be like, "Hey, Ashley, nice ass."
That's a quick way to get you ejected out of there, though. I don't be going that far, man. When I talk to them, man, I try to use, objectifying about their body parts, but I will throw them a little, a little something here. It's hard though as a man though, like being around females, especially now. I know because it's a difference between my old job where I worked around 85% men, 90% men, and then a few females that were there, they were probably adjusted to it. Versus now, it's more of a mix. Like I have more females, so I gotta really not so filter what I say. You know what I mean? I gotta think about what I'm saying instead of just saying whatever come to my mind around. So it's hard. It's a very hard line to know what you can and what you can't say. But I don't know. I kind of look at it like when I'm around them, I look at them like they're my sisters. They're like off limits. You know what I mean? So it
Right.
really isn't a reason for me to be saying it to them unless they bring it upon, like they bring that heat on to me. You know what I mean? If they start flirting, then it's open game then.
You know,
But
I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't even do that.
if they flirt with you, you don't flirt back.
Fuck no, boy. What?
Nah,
Hell no.
yeah.
Can't do it.
I don't know, man. I mean, I get what you're saying. Like I do. I think they're off limits, but like it is like it really can be put you in some hot water if you say the wrong thing to them, because it's all predicated on how they feel. You know what I mean? You could have said something, even the smallest amount of things. I remember my daddy even telling me like he would go to drive-throughs and compliment women and stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
he would even say like I can't even do that no more because like I could get in trouble for it. They made it an agenda, for that.
Yeah, it don't exist. I'm like, all right, so check this out. It's the craziest shit. I said, look, ladies want men to apply pressure. 2022, women want that pressure applied. Men don't necessarily understand the line where sexual harassment and applying pressure meet, right? There's
Well,
a
let's
point where you go over that line. I personally believe it's just me, right? And the question that I have for people is, what is that line? Because I don't know where it is.
I think it's a different line for everybody. Some people don't even want you to, make too much extra eye contact with them or look at them a certain way, or they don't, or like as you know, the minute you try to talk to them or ask them on like it might even be a real date. If you just say, "Hey, let's meet up," they're already thinking like, "Whoa, like, what you
Right.
mean, I'm a friend?" You know what I mean? And they might take offense to that. It all depends on the person and where they. But it also depends on how that female feels about you. She might accept that. Like we were talking about that earlier. Like she might accept that little bit of play from somebody that she really likes, the Chads and the Tyrones of the world, you know what I'm saying, that they really want to be with. But
Mhm.
the dude that they not really feeling and you know what I mean, you come at them disrespectful, they gonna use that automatic off the top. You know what I mean?
And I said, now, what part of this is weaponizing? And this is my question, ultimately, ladies. What part of this is weaponizing for y'all? Because I agree with y'all. I don't want somebody talking to me that I don't want talking to me either. But at the same time, there then goes the generalization of men don't know how to apply
Well,
pressure.
so let's talk about this. We're always talking about what we say to people. What would you consider somebody sexual harassing you? Well, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
shit!
You might be like, "Hey, Ivy, I see you walking here with them, them goddamn glasses and shit." I don't know, but now, like, what would you consider like a female being doing too much? You ever experienced that at the workplace?
I have actually. But you know what? Though, I'll be honest with you. Like, I think as a man, because it don't happen as often to us regular people, and here's what I mean by regular people. Like, all right, Michael B. Jordan, Dwayne and Rock Johnson, guys of that cloth who won the world's sexiest man, that women fawn over often. I would see where they would be like, okay, I have a problem being sexually harassed. Ugh, leave me alone, right?
Right.
As regular dudes, when it happened to me, I was like, okay, she's just joking. I
Just
didn't
like,
take it serious. Like, okay, all right. But then at the end of the day, what made it a little more pressing was when she grabbed my genitals.
wait, hold on, sir. That's a big jump.
Nigga,
You
nigga,
leaving out a bit. So how did
nigga.
that? So wait a minute. Wait a minute. We gotta back up, sir. Like
We'll
that's
get,
a big
hey,
jump.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. All right, so I was working at Chase. I could tell it now because whatever. I was working at Chase. There was a woman who was a little bit older, and she was always giving me compliments and being nice to me and stuff like that. Well, one day she made it her business. At this point it took like months for us to even get to the physicality part. So it was, oh hey, what's up? Kind of the soft sexual harassment. Oh, you look nice today. Oh, you always smell. Little stuff, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
as a man, you're like, all right, cool, whatever, woman, you giving me props or whatever. But then it started to roll over, and one day, she walks past me, and it wasn't even like a regular touch; it was like a brush touch, like like, oh, I'm scooting by, and all of oh, oopsie, it was
Yeah.
that, and I was like, oh, okay, all right, hey, she didn't do it once; she did it twice, and the second time was more of like a, you know, let me
Yeah.
let me check the fruit basket out a little bit, make sure
Yeah.
everything's ripe,
See
you
if it's a
know.
fruit in them loons.
So she did that. So she did that shit, and I was like, "Damn!" I was like, "Hold on, yo, chill." That was it. That's as far as it went. I didn't go tell. No, I just
So
thought it
wait
was
a minute.
funny.
Like imagine now, okay, hold pause. If that was imagine you would have groped a woman like that, would you have been like just anyway, tell you the story. We'll come back to that.
Yeah,
Tell you the story. Go ahead.
yeah.
We just
So
go ahead.
yeah, so when it happened to me, I was like, "Damn!" Like I didn't really. I thought it was funny. Like when I told one of my niggas about that, bro. Like Miss Miss Carol just grabbed my dick, bro. He was like, "What?" I said,
How old,
"Yeah."
wait a minute. How old you said Miss Carol, how old is this chick?
She
Like
was she at the time she was in her 50s at the time. I was in, let me see, I was in my 20s, like early, like not even say early, about mid 20s, 25, 26 when this happened.
okay.
So I was like, oh damn, this really just happened to me. That's the thing. I wasn't upset. No, I was like, but then again, that's because the perverted mind of a male is maybe she wants to fuck something. Now, mind you, her name is not Carol. I'm just giving her a random name. Let's use Carol as a
Right.
random name. We're gonna
Yeah, yeah.
give her autonomy here. Not even
Ding
telling her.
ding 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 ding.
You
Okay,
know what I'm
okay.
saying? Because
Yeah,
we need to get her off the streets. Okay.
right.
But she was like, yeah, young man, and every day after that, she was really nice to me. She didn't touch me again, but she
Mhm.
was like really like pressing her line, like saying all type of unnecessary shit. Told me my legs look nice one day. I didn't even have nice legs. Fuck. Bitch, I don't even got legs. I'm floating in this hole.
You stupid. She was gassing you up. She wanted it though. She was letting it be known. But that's very bold to hit you with the physical first, and then back it up with the words of affirmation. She felt okay. Let me tell this dude I admire him. See where we go from there. You know what I mean?
Right. And she,
From
and
the
you know what?
old school, you just gotta grab that mother. You know?
Hey,
Yeah, it's a
hey,
vibe.
there's a different, like, see this right, that's like that right there, that type of touch, that's the I'm raping you touch.
She sound like
This is the
Marcus, darling. Yeah, yeah.
she see that's that aggressive touch. This is that flirty touch. That, oh, let me see what you on. Hey,
Nah.
hey, come here. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, look, all the gentlemen in here know what I'm talking about. When you talking to a female at the club or a little social situation, you don't overhand grab you. Hey, baby, come let me talk to you right quick. Hey, it's one of them situations. So yeah, so she's already been there. She been there, done that. So I can tell I wasn't the only person she ever done that to in life, because the way she did it, and she just acted like, I was like, oh, hold on. And she's like, oh, she kind of kept moving like nothing happened.
Right.
I was like, oh, she been there. Drive by dick grab.
I'm trying to sample meat. Hold on. Okay. All right. You know what I mean? Like, she's like, this ain't Costco. You can't just come in here, man, be grabbing sausages and leaving. No.
And you know the crazy part is, like, most, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Sometimes as a man, and I know you can agree to this, sometimes our minds roll in a perverted way. So like immediately I was like, maybe a little. I start rationalizing that it was okay that this happened, right?
Yeah. When you said 50, I'm like, yeah, it could be worse. I'm like, shit, 60. 19 to 99, blind, crippled, crazy, bro. You know, hey, you know what I mean. So yeah. So let me ask you this. So, like, how much longer did you have? Like, what happened with How did the working relationship continue after that?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I would just go and say hi and bye. Like, I see her, I'd still be nice to her. I wouldn't sit down and talk to
No,
her. Hell
no,
no.
no. So you did. So okay. So like that was it. Y'all just had a normal working existence.
I stayed away from her. At that point, nigga, I was like, I legitimately was like, no, like, nigga, let me not walk past her desk no more. Like, I
So
was
wait,
legit.
were you uncomfortable? Like you wouldn't have messed with her? Like it was that bad? Like how did it make you feel? Like it was just funny to you, but obviously you didn't want it. Like you didn't want to
Yeah,
fuck with
I
her.
don't want to fuck with her because she was a little bit older. So I think that, like, what I ended up doing was I started avoiding her. I wasn't gonna go
See how
telling
you
her.
just logically moved away from it? Like
Yeah, just
females
get
don't
myself
do it.
away from it. I don't want to fuck with it. Yeah, like, just now that's why I said, now that's the difference, right? When it happens to us as men, we rationalize it and we be quiet sometimes. Whatever. Ain't nobody gonna believe that shit happened no way. You know what I mean? Like, straight up, if
I'm
I was to
saying
go
women
telling
don't
her,
do. Yeah, let me clear it up. Not saying women don't. Like if it happened to them, they what I'm saying, they wouldn't. Like it's different strokes for different folks. I say that.
right,
You know what
right.
I mean?
Because I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I've seen situations. I've had a situation where an individual, I was trying to help a person, and told her what was going on. Man, she went back and made it seem like a nigga like me was trying to take a pussy. I was like, I definitely ain't even on that. Like, what the fuck wrong with you? Like, I was just trying to tell you that somebody's coming after you. Like, the nigga's making it very plain that he's looking for you, nobody else. But
With that, that's just words, and if the person wasn't even who was there supposed to, whatever that situation was, she shouldn't even like took it as that. Like we're talking about some shit that don't even matter. Like you know what I mean? Like that's
right.
you're getting upset about a situation that's like non-existent. You know what I mean? Like if he's there for you, if he's not, what are we talking about? You know what I'm talking about? You're blowing shit out of proportion just to be doing it. You like she throwing the energy at you, and it should be towards the weirdo
Right.
dude.
Right. And I said this. I said, now that's where most sexual harassment exists. Most sexual harassment and or indecency exists within words. Right. Words and comfortability. It becomes assault whenever it's touching. Right.
Right.
That's where the line is crossed. And I say to the gentleman, look, all right, here's my rule of thumb. And shout out to my dog, Barry Hunter. Barry Hunter said this: don't ever be too nice to the lady friends. Okay. just high and by. That's it. Don't step or don't overstep your boundary. Don't overplay your card. Nothing. Just high and by. Whatever she want to do, she gonna do. Now, gentlemen, that's for us, ladies. If you are a sexual harasser out there, this is 2022. Okay, it wasn't welcome then. It's not welcome now. Stop it. But if you're applying that type of pressure in 2022, and your man with it, play on, player. Play on, play ball. If you listen, if you grab his dick and he, all right, what you trying to do? You better be ready.
Man, it just that comes far in between. Like I feel like
No, regular.
women
They don't happen to regular folks.
like I think, and if it does, it's more like women plan it. You know, they plan it better than that. They're not gonna execute that. Like that was out of desperation on her part because she was older or and you were just in the vicinity. Most younger women, they ain't got to do that. Like if motherfuckers on them, they on them, and they know it. Like they know when dudes is on them. Like at my workplace now, you know what I mean? Like I'll peep you know, and that's why I don't look at them like that. Like to me, it's like being in the gang. They civilians to me. You know what I mean? Like they just like there. They not for me. They just like sisters. You know, I don't look at them like that.
Yeah, like they
Yeah.
breathe. Okay, you know.
Yeah, and you know what? And when you do that, their level of defense to you changes, and the way they interact with you and shit. Like, but if I was in there like being thirsty and like their whole, it would just be different. You know what I mean? I learned my lesson from that. You know,
Yeah,
my,
you know.
you know.
I said is look, becoming a sexual harasser, right? Like, I mean, I don't mean like, you know, by your own admission. I'm talking about like you've been in trouble for it, right? It don't take much, my nigga. It don't take much. So just don't do it.
Yeah, it's best to like. What are we talking? Why are we talking about that at work anyway? Right? That should be the least of your vocabulary at work. You should be like setting up to talk to somebody or whatever outside of work or whatever to set it. And then like that don't even make sense either. Like it's not good to like interact that. You know what I mean? Unless you just really really cool with that person. You know what I'm saying? Like.
And even then, ain't nobody that I'm really, really that cool with in life. No way to be having that kind of, unless like we girlfriend and boyfriend or some shit like that. But now, I'm glad I said this. Trey, it's 2022, right? This is a nice little segue since we're talking about relationships, right? I had a question for you, right? What is the relationship status right now for Trey Goodman?
Man, I'm out here single, you know, just living life, man. Really, I'm on my purpose. Like, you know, I don't really think about trying to get into relationships right now. Like, my attention and effort couldn't be into it. So I'm just single. So I kind of date here and there, like talk to people, but I'm not in a relationship.
Now, I'm glad you now dating. Now there was a Shade Room post that came out. I believe a Shade Room or Spiritual World, one or the other. And it was like, hey, here goes what dating is, and here goes what this and this and this, right? Like, so talking, there's a phase, dating, exclusively dating, girlfriend, boyfriend, fiance, or husband and wife, whatever the case is, right? I say this all the time, right? I'm a firm believer because I said this on the last show. Your whole phase essentially should be 3 to 5 months. Okay. Here's why I say 3 to 5 months. If you ain't found somebody you like out of all the people you out here hitting,
wait a minute. Okay, when does that
wasting
time
your time.
start? When are we hitting the buzzer on 3 to 5 months? When does that start?
Whenever whole phase start, whenever you activate whole phase, start the clock.
So you're just coming out of high school in the whole phase? Like how does that work?
No, I don't think that time frame. I would say that's more so this time frame is more so for people who are looking for a relationship. That's what I would say.
So
I would say it wouldn't be
well,
early.
why would a person have to activate whole phase? Let's talk about that. What initiates whole phase?
You know, people break it.
What starts a hot girl summer?
We gotta ask a hot girl.
You know what I mean?
Like,
okay, well, what starts a fuck boy fall? You know what I mean?
New relationship. That I'm glad you asked that question. So what starts a fuck boy fall? New relationship, or just getting out of a relationship, hypothetically speaking. You new on the market, you just doing whatever you're doing, you trying to self-discover yourself. That's divorce, breakup, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
Get officially moving on from somebody else. Like when you fully have let go of that significant other. Now we move into another part, right? And third, I mean, this is just me, in my opinion, nigga, because the sun came up and I woke up this morning. The fuck?
Okay, excellent. So I can attest to this. I've been in fuck boy forever mode since my divorce. So I feel like there is no time limit on this shit. Like why are you saying 5 months? Why I just can't, keep this shit going? You know what I mean? I'm putting up I feel like LeBron right now, bro. Like,
Okay.
I'm not, but hey, go ahead. I'm
No,
listening.
no, you could you good, bro. You can. I would say this. You can, but eventually it gets old.
It
After
does.
a while, it's just like I don't feel like going out here
Yeah,
continue.
you exhaust your resources. Like I'm not when I say that, I'm not saying like I'm out here just like smashing everybody. I say that like I'm on my purpose and I've learned to like not worry about it. Like, that's why I didn't say like, I don't know, Tristan Thompson or somebody when I'm in use a basketball analogy,
No, no,
but
you putting up quality numbers in a
yeah,
quality setting at the highest
yeah.
level. Right.
I go, I'm not really focused on that right now. Like I wait for it to fall in my lap. Like if a woman, like that's another thing. Like like you can go out here and have your fun, but how are you having your fun? That's another thing. Like,
Mm.
are you out here chasing women, and you letting women chase you, or whatever? Like, cause that is a big distraction of from what you should really be on, and it can, like Cat Williams said on the Boondocks, it can mess with your health and sometimes more importantly, your money. You know what I mean? Like it
Yeah,
just really,
yeah.
you can't really prioritize that. Though. So that's why I don't like, when I go out, because women are on different things now when you go out, and I noticed that out here. And maybe it's just different regions. I don't want to generalize everybody, but you can tell, like, when you go out, they're trying to everybody first of all, with the whole, let's not like the whole pandemic ain't going on. When you go out and talk to women, it's just like they're already on the defensive. You're already trying to prove something to them, and I don't like having to do that. Like, it's okay to like have the cold approach them, and we're gonna have to do that anyway as men. But like I don't know. Like I feel like it's too much of us having to give towards them, and we're giving up too much leverage at times. Maybe I'm getting too off topic with that. But
No,
go
no, you
ahead.
good. No, no, you speaking your shit. No, no, you're right. I think that, and this is where 3 to 5 months come into play, right? So hypothetically speaking, let's say you come out quarterly, you pop out quarterly with the whole phase.
Mhm.
3 months out, 3 months in, 3 months out. Nigga, what? You winning? You only playing half the year. 6
So
months.
so that you just having fun for those 3 months and then you just cut it off.
Okay, straight up and go inside and then get back on your grind. Now I'm not saying take 3 months away from your money. What I'm saying is add that activity for that 3 months. Break up the monotony a little bit. You feel me? Because what happens is, and there's nothing wrong with people, like you said, you're on your purpose. You focus on your shit. You focus on yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think that what happens is sometimes there are people who get bored. People who are used to relationships. You're met a person who just need to be with somebody all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if you're that kind of person, take that 3 month add in right quick. All right, let me add this little situation. Maybe that person might end up being, or you run into the person you're supposed to be with. Then you go back inside. If it's just what it is, back inside I go. Another 3 months, pop out.
I also think there's an age on that. You know what I mean? Like I feel like, hell, when we were under 25, like we were running, we had, it was hot boy summer forever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So after 25, or even, I guess whoever, like in your 30s and shit, like you really, it's easy to do. It is, but it's harder to attain because everybody got responsible. You got to make time for this. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like I do feel like 3 to 5 months probably is a good time because you really need to lock it down with somebody. Like being out there, like running around, like my one of my relatives got saying, like, hell, I ain't for the streets, I'm for the sheets. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
I like to come home and get my rest. Put some
Yeah.
Isley Brothers on. Let's pop some popcorn. You know what I mean?
I want to lay down. I want to lay
Yeah,
down for a little bit, right?
yeah. But I get that though. It is like there's nothing wrong with having a shorter time, but I think for women though, it'll be harder to cut that off for them. Like as a man, you can go out there and mess with chicks and not really care. Maybe females do it too. Like I'm not, and that's another thing. Look, I don't want to get too into that. Like,
Look at you dodging the real.
uh,
Give it to him, nigga.
I know, man. Like I like to paint them as innocent, man. But like, niggas is the new bitches. You know what I mean? And bitches is the new niggas because they doing just as much shit as we doing, if not more. I've been surprised by some of the shit I've seen out here. These DMV chicks is crazy. Okay, I didn't want to say that out loud, but I'm just letting you know they have run me wild out here, and they ain't even all of them from here. They be transplants. I don't know what it is. Once they get past Fredericksburg, something happens on the tollway or on the Easy Pass where they just lose their mind when they get past Woodbridge and the Potomac Mills Mall, and they
So
just start,
that's
huh?
when the real that's when the real them pop up.
I can't tell you how many times a Route One bitch has ruined my motherfucking heart and just stomped it in the ground. I don't want to go to Babylon anymore and smoke hookah. My heart is broken, sir. Like I have really been through some things. I've sat at home. I played my records. So I just didn't want to hear them no more. I just you get lonely, bro. You see me. You hear how quiet it is in my. All I got is plants from Home Depot in here, man. It's very quiet in here. I didn't need to buy a mic. It's perfect sound quality in here.
Hey,
It's
hey, you know what?
it's very tranquil in here right now.
Me and Trey was kicking it one day, y'all. We was just hanging out. And Trey was like, "Hey man, but I was down to Babylon the other day." I was like, "Oh, where?" He said, "Yeah." He's like, I seen a bad female." I was like, "All right." He's like, "Man," she was like, "Hey, you want to buy me a drink?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna buy you a drink. What you want?" She's like, "I want a Long Island." What? And he said, "Yeah, her voice changed." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I took her over there, bought her a drink at the bar." He's like, "Then the lights came on." He said she started scurrying across the dance floor like a roach with the Long
Bruh,
Island.
man,
Oh my god.
shout out to Babylon and Woodbridge and the one in Falls Church. They both, but the one in Babylon, that's the one I used to frequent. And they had some really good lemon pepper wings in there. So sometimes I was just going there for that. But anyway, I was in there one particular night, and there was a chicken there from Route One, and she was like, "Yeah, you should buy me a drink." I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'll buy a drink. What you want?" She's like, "Oh, let me get a Long Island." I go, "What? A Long Island?" Yeah. Why your voice get deep like that? I don't like that. That is not, I don't care for that. That doesn't sound appeasing to me at this moment. How about I cash out and try to make it out of here? She was very upset that I didn't want to buy that Long Island. Let me get a look. She said like this. Look, she looking at the menu. She's like this. Long Island. I said, damn. Like the words came out. Long Island.
like in a speech bubble. In a speech bubble.
Hey, bro. Even the bartender stopped wiping glasses. Oh, Long Island. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. You know what I mean?
But we're gonna leave that where it's at. Just start
Bro,
this.
I got the fuck, you know what I mean? So anyway, we got on the dance floor, did some go-go shit. Long Island hidden. All right. You know what I mean?
I had enough now.
Bro, man.
Oh shit. Yeah, that yo Trey, man. Look, Trey has some of the funniest stories, dog. Some of the funniest stuff. Man, here's the crazy part, right? Now, all this is funny, right? But it's all based off real life. And I said this to somebody. Me and Christy was talking. Actually, I ain't gonna say who. I'll take it back. I was talking to Christy about it. Me and Christy were talking about this the last show. It drops on Wednesday. We are talking about how people kind of let themselves go, right?
Mm.
If I meet you and you busted, I'm not saying that you can't become better. If I'm busted when you meet me, I don't mean I can't become better. But if when I meet somebody, I'm not putting my best foot forward, something's wrong with me. Right? I need to be putting my best foot forward. And I feel
It
like
depends on how you feel about that person. If it's just some Long Island ass bitch and you don't care about it, you know what I mean? You just trying to smash and dash. You ain't been on that elliptical in years. You don't care. You just don't care. You trying to smash and dash. But I get what you. But yeah, go ahead, sir.
like, go ahead, you good? Go ahead, bro. Go ahead, go ahead.
But yeah, you talking about like getting in shape for a female, like that type. Is that what you saying?
I was saying what you do is I was like, it's crazy, right? We stop. All right, the honeymoon phase is all right. The honeymoon phase is often shorter than the whole phase.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fucking retarded. Pardon my language, but it's true. All right, and what I mean by language, I mean the word retarded. It's one of them situations where I feel like the whole phase for people lasts 3-4 years. Your honeymoon phase is 6 months to 2 years. What? So you trying to tell me within 6 months to 2 years, we got to get down to reality. But as long as you free and can do what the fuck you want to do, reality don't fucking matter.
You know what it is though. If you can find somebody that has the exact same, sometimes common interests as you, but maybe have a different character trait than you, because you could. I mean, it's hard because everybody is a one-on-one, right? Nobody is the exact same. So if you can find somebody that has 70 to 80% of shit that you got in common interest with you, that like to talk about, I think that makes how your relationship goes and how the interactions and arguments are gonna go. You know, because if you fucking marry somebody and like you just marry that person on pure looks and don't look at the shit that's underneath that shit, you know what I mean? And even they might put on a fucking show just to be appeasing to you, like be real submissive. And then the minute y'all start having kids and shit, and they get, you know, I'm probably getting way down here, but I'm just letting you know, like, I always think it's best to have somebody that's your best friend, and that way that honeymoon shit don't phase over. You know what I mean? And then getting married young is hard, but you want to do that. You know, you want to do that. So that's you got to be able to converse with that person. You know what I mean? Back
Right.
and forth. I think that's very important.
Now, and I agree with you. I think that a large section of that comes from, and this is just what the reality is. I tell young men this all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get married because of her time clock.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, right, ladies, don't get married because it's potential.
Mm-hmm.
Because potential can fade if not used, and her time clock ain't your time clock. You got to be in this marriage just like she do, and this is
Yeah.
what normally happens. Oh man, she fine as hell. Mm-hmm. Yeah, until she have a baby or two, then she got it back like 50 Cent. And you got
Are we
you got
talking
to
about
go.
the first one?
I'm just
Wait,
I'm
why'd you bring him up? Wow, what you talking about with 50 Cent?
no, I'm saying she have a back like 50. You remember how 50 back look, how it's all muscular and big and all that.
Yeah,
Your old lady go from to real quick because that's what happens when they have children. There's nothing wrong with that. But the
right.
reality is, that look shit goes away because she ain't gonna feel the sexy as she used to. When you
Yeah,
first met her and you scooped her up, a lot of women don't bounce back from having a baby the way they normally do. A lot of them don't. So
yeah.
there's some of them that not only emotionally don't feel sexy, but physically ain't there, and it's mixed together. And now you've married that person, and you stuck with that person forever, right? And if you got a boy, and I ain't gonna say a man, if you got a boy on your hands, he can go find the next thing that looks better than you, as opposed to trying to bring you up and bring you out that situation.
That's why it's best to get with somebody who loves you more than you like them. You know what I mean? I think that's always the best situation, like, but if you just really fucking love somebody, cool, you know what I mean? But like they gotta be on that same level, you know what I mean? Because you always gonna end up overdoing what you're supposed to do. It has to be, I mean, I hate to say it like that. I mean, if it's a pure 100% equal level, then sure. But like sometimes it's never. Oh, like I just think that's why you need to be in love with who they are as a person versus the looks, right? Because everybody knows looks fade away, and motherfuckers with looks most times don't even have personalities. Not saying they don't. Sometimes they just don't even be getting approached because they so fucking fine or whatever. They might have a personality, you know what I mean? But like, let's just say hypothetically, that's all you wanted was the looks, and then 10 years, 20 years down the line, this motherfucker start melting. You know what I mean? That motherfucker start melting. You know what I mean? Like, and then you just like, what the fuck I'm gonna do with this? And then they divorce you, or whatever the case may be. You don't have kids behind it, and that shit just goes to hell. That's your pockets. That's everything, and that could be at 40s and 50s, and then you see it a lot. Like and then the courts are not made for men to get divorced. There's very few states in the United States where a man can get divorced and it be in his favor, especially if there's kids and property and he makes more money or whatever the case may be. And if he's the one, but he could probably be even the best husband sometimes, and it just because it's like what he say. You know what? I'll take half, half. I'll take it half. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That's why you gotta go out there and find you one that don't know nothing.
Not only that, it's the except
Hey, hold on, don't put it.
Hey, I was just saying this yesterday. I was having this conversation. I said, look, I said, I'm a firm believer in this, right? I don't believe in the build together motif. I don't believe in that idea, right? I believe in you have yours, I have mine, right? And when we meet, whatever we get together is what we get together. But when we go, if things do go bad, which more than half of marriages do, you go back to your stuff, I go back to mine. Nobody lost. That's what I believe in.
You know
Now,
what? No cap. Like when I was married and when I had my divorce and when we split, like we both had our own different accounts, and there was no situation to where we like were beefing about anything. Like to this day, if she needed something from me, I'd help her. You know, that was just how cool the marriage split. You know what I mean? Not saying what happened and shit was all, you know what I mean, but like when it came to splitting and like dividing money and whatever the case may be, like there was no issue because we never had joint accounts. I think that's important too, like keeping
Yeah.
separate accounts. There's no really point in that, honestly. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing that for? You know what I mean? That's a look. That's like motherfuckers having joint Facebook accounts. There's no trust. You know what I mean? Trust
Yeah.
issues. That's a Drake song. Go ahead.
And I said this, I say, yo, because here's what happens, right? That's the
Mhm.
thing about this. As this happens across, I've been saying it over and over. I said, you get married, right? I was like, you and that person buy a home together,
Mhm.
right? Let's hypothetically speaking, say that person steps out on you, right, in the marriage. It's time to break up, right? You just have this money that you've invested in this property. You got to split and divide it. Half of that goes to somebody else. Half of whatever you're selling it for goes, you split it up, split the property. Property got to be divided. That's what has to happen, right? By
Yeah.
law. So I tell people, come in with your own shit, right? As a lot of these people, all right, a lot of people buy into this fairy tale, and I'm not faulting them for it because you want things to be the way that you want them to be, but in reality, life don't always work like that. The numbers tell you the reality of what's really going on out here, right? Motherfuckers is marrying for love, motherfuckers is marrying for whatever. No, you should be married for sustainability in life because eventually you're gonna die. And I'm not gonna love you every day. I'm not gonna want to be around you every
So
day.
what do you, or when you say sustainability, you're talking about what, creating off seas to take care of you,
Not
kids?
yet. I mean, expanding your name, expanding your empire, expanding your bottom line together. Like you should. That if, this is just me though. I believe that if you are going to get married, those are prime reasons to be married. It's better than marrying for love. Because if
There,
you're
don't
married,
let it. Okay, let it be a reason, but don't let it be a prime reason
because if
because
if you're
you
married,
can't.
if you're
You
marrying
can't
for
depend. Go ahead.
if you're marrying for love, it is
Uh,
the most fading thing in the world. It
is
is
it if
fleeting.
you really dig the person now and you dig like their? Okay, okay. Here's the most fading thing. Okay, I'm listening. And
Fleeting.
then.
Yeah, it's fleeting. So check this out. Hypothetically speaking, right? I
Mhm,
don't know. I said this. I said we talked about the Bible all the time, right?
mhm.
All the time. We make this point 24/7. People get it, so I'm tired of touching on it. But I say it all the time. The Bible never tells the wife to love the husband. It says, "Husband, love your wife. Wife, obey your husband."
Yeah,
So that's what I'm saying. It's fleeting because as soon as, no offense to women, but
yeah.
if she doesn't feel loved, she's not going to reciprocate anything for you to make you feel respected or obeyed, right? And that's
Mhm.
going to cause both of you to drift apart. That's what I'm saying. It's a fleeting idea.
So wait a minute. Are you saying like she needs the man to show her love in order to obey?
According to what the Bible, well, the Bible doesn't. Now
That's
hear
what
me
I'm
out.
listening. I'm
I
asking
got
you.
you.
That's why I
I
asked you that
got you.
question.
I got you. No, I don't. I think that if it's already in you, whatever's commanded for you to do, you are to do whether someone else is doing it or not. Right. So no matter what you do, so the Bible says, love your wife the way that Christ loves the church. That means there's nothing that you could do to separate. The Bible, Christ says this himself. There's nothing you could do to separate you from my love. That's the love that it says for a husband to love his wife with. If you're a Christian subscriber, someone subscribes to that thing,
That's why I'm, yeah, you know.
right? Then if you're a woman, right? So this means that regardless of what your wife is doing, that's what you're supposed to do.
Mhm,
Irregardless, you are commanded to do that thing.
mhm.
This is why I tell men,
You're commanded to, like it's somebody, like people are gonna fall. People do things that are against the commandments every day, and I
yeah,
think those rules are so minuscule people don't even think about them,
yeah,
especially
but
in
but
this
it
time and age.
but
People
it
know
exists.
TikTok songs better than they know Bible scriptures these days.
And I told somebody this. I said, look, everybody want to be a Christian until it's time to forgive. Everybody,
Yeah,
everybody want to be a Christian until it's time to love unconditionally. And that's the part of it that's crazy about marriage. Gentlemen, do not get married if you do not understand that principle. Because there's nothing that you can do. I repeat, nothing that you can do, right? When it comes down to what you're commanded to do if you are a person who follows the Bible. Now, shelving that, we're gonna just go ahead and shelve that
yeah.
because ultimately that just comes down to what you choose to subscribe to. If
I don't
you,
even want to talk about it. That's a hot potato. And so,
hey,
but
this is how I go.
I recommend not. I feel like if you can be with somebody and y'all can hold down a household and make money together, and you don't have to push that issue, because being married is cool, and like, yeah, it's if you're into like spiritually bonding like that under God, then by all means do that. But like, don't let it become a situation where you get financially abused because you love somebody. And we'll just keep it at that, right?
Yeah, I mean, hey, you know, that's hey, I agree with you. I agree with you, but I don't believe this is what I don't believe. It's just me. People, because you've been because of your divorce, that's why you're this way. No, no. What I'm telling you is this reality.
Mm.
If you marry for something as fickle as likes, looks, and love, right? I like you, you look good, and I love you are the dumbest reasons to marry a person.
What make you love somebody?
Good question. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm
You
saying.
know
Like,
what I
like
mean? When do
that,
you know you love somebody? Is it like that love at first sight shit? That's lust, right? So you don't love somebody till you know somebody, right?
I agree.
And,
I agree. Yeah. You,
and how long? Go ahead.
and I'm one of these people. I said this. I think the sexiest things in the world is watching, my old lady do things around the house. You
Mm-hmm.
feel me? Like watch it. Like, oh snap, you taking care of your kid? Oh, you cooking?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you over here cleaning? Oh, bit. Like to me, that's just me, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, there's other things that I do find attractive, but that's one of the more attractive things. I get to watch you really take care of a home. So I know, all right, cool. If I decide to go ahead and let's be married, right? I know for a fact what kind of home I'm gonna come home to.
Right.
I know I'm not gonna come home and be like, oh my God, who left a puddle of Alizé on the floor? If anybody's still drinking that shit, but
Shout out to yeah, man. I seen niggas with Parmesan, bro. I've seen worse. I mean, shout out to niggas that still drink Parmesan. I ain't down to y'all. Like, hey, I used to drink the E&J, Erkenjerk, Ease and Jesus. You know what I mean?
hey, the $8.
$18 to get you there.
Hey, shit. Yeah, if I say the $18 fuck up is what it's called. We
Yeah,
be
man.
less than 20, we be out of here all week. You feel me? But
Bro, I like. Yeah, go ahead. I'm
no,
listening.
you good, no, you saying something.
No, I was just saying, like, you right. Like, when you see a woman taking care of a house and she know how to put that joint together, like, that should be the least you can do. Like, if you taking care of home, and it's different. Like, if you can make a woman, or not make one, but if you can afford a woman the comfortability of being at home, and like, where all her energy is put towards, like, making sure the house is straight or whatever, and making sure there's peace and flow in the house. You know what I mean? You can make her feel like that, and she reciprocated, like, that motherfucking house gonna be singing. You know what I mean? Like, everything gonna be on point in there. The fish gonna be swimming, the dog's gonna be barking, cat's gonna be purring. You know what I mean? Like, big putter. You know what I mean? So, but that's on you as a man to create that atmosphere. And right now, like, it's super hard for us. And can we address that? Like like, if you can get the bread out here, but if you're not thinking modern day and how to get it and how to make different investments, it's very hard right now. There's open jobs. You gotta be willing to be you gotta take that sacrifice and swallow pride to get the bread. And it's out there. Don't let people, think there's not money to be gotten. You just gotta do extra shit for it these days. So just think about that.
Yeah, and I think that as hard as it is in today's society, right, to really kind of and here's my thing, and I said this. I said social media is for three type of people. Okay, like legitimately for three type of people. Like, and what I mean by it's for everybody, but there's three people who really live on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Women,
Mm-hmm.
no offense, ladies, but the attention that social media has allowed you to acquire has
Mm-hmm.
created something, and I repeat, a job called an Instagram model. Okay. I've never seen a nigga fit in that platform. Only women.
Because we are not. Go ahead though. And
Yeah,
what's the second person? What's the second person say? Go ahead. I'll come back to that though.
the second person are immature individuals. So people who just like what they see and believe everything they see. People who believe that, oh, this person wakes up every day with a face that looks this good, or a person wakes up every day in that type of shape, or this person ate a whole pizza today and still has 6-pack abs. Stop it. Though, and
Wait, you just talking about observers?
yeah, like people who just look at everything, just believe it's real, right? Just
Okay.
believe all of it. That's
Mhm.
that's the immature watcher, so to speak. And I think social media's third is for people who have something to prove, right? Or people who are lacking the approval of others at times. Social media is the weirdest popularity
People seeking
contest I've ever seen.
validation.
Right. People seeking validation. So when you look at it, people who've never, and it's never proven me wrong. I've seen more people get in fights, disagreements, breakup, whatever the case may be, behind what they saw on a fake platform for people they don't know. People will legitimately do things in their life to prove to people they don't know something. My sister, who used to be on the show, God bless her, shout out to Jessica. Her and her friend one day, I was like, "What y'all about to do?" "Oh, we about to go ahead and get dressed, and take pictures." Okay, cool. I'm thinking they about to go out and take pictures with the with a photographer or something. No, took pictures, posted it on the gram. That's a thing. People
Just to
get,
go out and do it, right?
yeah, just to go out. And I'm like, I'm not
Hey,
mad at them for it, but I'm like, what the fuck?
I tell you a crazy story, bro. So down here, right, near what's that called? Not the National Harbor, but it's Old Town Alexandria, right? So you go down there and there's like the waterfront. So I'm just down there just hanging out, me and a homeboy, and I was like, yo, I should take some pictures down here for like Bumble, like the little dating joint. And he was like, yeah, let's do that. And he's like, you know what? It is 6 o'clock. This is prime time when people come out here to take social media pictures. And I was like, that's a thing. He's like, yeah, this is the perfect time people take selfies. And no lie, we went out there, bro, and everybody was just getting, you know what I mean? Like getting the perfect light. Like they was making their friend, take and it was crazy to me. I was like, and it was just like at the exact same day, bro. Like, you know what I mean? It was weird. It was like a flash mob. They were just out there, you know what I mean? Bro.
Everybody flicking up.
Yeah. And so that just lets you know, like, the world is predicated so much on validation. It's not even the women no more. It's the men also being simps, chasing them, or even the dudes that's doing the same shit, seeking validation. And that's why also women don't appreciate when you talk to them in the office no more or whatever, or like when you see them out in public because they getting 5 or 10 dudes liking their pictures they don't even know or not even in the area, man.
There's, bro, when my sisters used to be on this show, right? When they used to be on this very show, Ivy knows best. We used to have access to the group IG, right? And people like random niggas would be sending pictures and shit. Hey, this message is for such and such. Like, my bro, man, neither one of my sisters want none of y'all niggas. Y'all weird as fuck. And you know what?
Don't stop them now. And what were the age groups of them though? Did you look at
bro,
that?
bro, some of them niggas look like they was older than me. So some, hey baby, would you like to come to such and such? The fuck out of here, you weirdo. And I almost said your
I have a
name.
seat right here.
I almost said his name because boy, you better pray. You better pray you on them running to me in public because I got something for you. You sicko. Like, because people are weird. That shit's weird to me. I hate that. Like, when I say hate it, I don't hate it because, like, now don't get it wrong. I'm pretty sure, like, we were talking about that level of men that are up there that won the world's sexiest man and shit like that. They probably get DMs like that 24/7 from random ass women, and they probably don't answer none of them, right? Because there's a select few men who have that benefit on social media that regular women have. Okay, the regular average woman who and what I mean by average, I mean she doesn't have any kind of social status or anything like that. She just looks nice, right? Will probably get 500 to 600 likes on a picture, maybe a couple thousand, and probably have 10 to 12 niggas in their DMs. All right, now imagine as a male who's rich, successful, powerful, and then people find you attractive. You're probably getting the same. You're probably getting the same amount of likes and comments as a woman who's super duper successful and one of the top in the world. Mm-hmm. That's attention that as a man you don't normally see. Like, you don't see that for the average male. The average male is not going to be walking around getting groped like I got groped. And I'm not saying I'm not the average male, but it took for an old woman to do that. This is like if a 19, 20, 21, 22-year-old had done that, we had it. What? We having a child, bitch.
So if this was before social media when this woman did that, right?
Now, social media existed, but it wasn't
As it is
like
today.
yeah, it wasn't like it is right now. Yeah.
So let me say that, like, the more that happens, will they even like? That's why they feel like they don't even have to like be bothered by you these days. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we're upset by it because we notice it. Like you go to a bar or whatever, it's few in between. Like, not saying I'm, like I'm goddamn Common or Drake or somebody. I'm more on the Fat Joe-ish side. But when I go
baby
to
should
clubs,
baby Suge Knight.
you know what I mean? Hey, I feel like, hey, if you ain't got no love for Dr. Dre or Snoop Dogg, let it be known. But I'm just like, hey, why But I feel like it's because they get so much validation out here, bro. Like they not really worried about us like that, unless they just really on the end of where they need something. Like these young joints, they out here, man. Like you can kiss that goodbye, sir, and let it be that. see you in 10 years. Yeah.
Because and the shit that's sad is this. Look, all right, I know we all have seen this. Hey, follow my premium Snapchat. We'll do meetups. The whole nine, right? You know how many dudes and fell for that scam?
Yeah,
How many
yeah.
dudes-
Bro. I mean, because you know what, we're very highly predicated on sex, and like we're that's what we're into. You know what I mean? And you see it, and it's more easy accessible than what it was. So you can literally live all day on that shit. And now with the pandemic, where you can't go out like that, and like so, nigga, they making killings, making cam videos. They ain't, that's why you rarely see females out, and if you do, they out there spending the money they just got for some simp on a cam video.
Yeah, hey, he spent 250 just to watch me do whatever I'm doing. And you know what's
I
crazy?
what?
Man, look, you get a girl. All right, get a girlfriend, gentlemen. Go out there and get y'all a girlfriend. Here's what I'm gonna say. Ivy tip of the day. Here come that bullshit, right? Get you a girlfriend, right? And the same amount of money that you would have spent, hypothetically speaking, on, I don't know, some random ass trim, spend it on your girlfriend, right? And you still ain't gonna get the box. Okay. So you still not gonna get the boxes because you went out and spent that money on it. You're not. She has to want to give it to you. End of story. So it don't matter how much money you give her and you do all this simple shit these motherfuckers be doing. Yeah, look, I get it. They're part of the ecosystem, just like hoes are. Hoe is a gender neutral word, so is bitch on this show. So when we say bitches and hoes, we're not talking about specifically females. We've already made this an established thing that hoe and bitch are gender neutral words. Okay, because men can be bitches and men can be hoes. Okay.
I think so. Let me talk on this. I think it's very important that when you're out there looking for, like, it's very important. Like we just talking about, get you a girlfriend. Like, man, it is very important to get you somebody that's on your program. I'm talking to men, women, period. Like, I don't care who got to finesse who, right? We talking to the finesses in the room. Like, everybody else can be sheep, right? But for somebody who wants to have a good relationship, you need to find somebody who's gonna be on your time. Because if not, you just out here spinning your wheels and like investing in somebody who's gonna eventually fuck you over. You know what I mean? It's like basically going, like, you don't want to go to the company and ask them motherfuckers, "Can I work for you?" And then you need to be the company, right?
Right.
She needs to be on your time, right? And then once you got that going, it's on you to like make the right moves and shit. Like, yeah, get you a girlfriend, but get you somebody that's gonna follow. And it's okay to do that type of thing, like, invest in her and take her out and do nice things, but do not be, it's like, but we just talking out loud. I'm just saying, like, I
Right.
don't know, maybe
No, you're
maybe,
right.
you know what I mean?
Don't go out here and invest your money and time and resources in somebody who ain't gonna be there long term. Right
Right.
now, check this out. All right, and I'm not saying all women, but a large portion of women view their uh their body the same way, right? So I'm not going to give myself to somebody that's not going to be there long term, which is why you get them females to say, I don't do this if I'm not in a relationship. Okay, listen. Um, there's no receipt for pussy.
Damn, boy. Yeah, yeah.
There's no receipt. Once it's gone, you can't get it back. I don't care if I want to. Listen. Meg, when Meg said it didn't happen if it ain't slapping. I don't give a fuck what Meg talking about because Meg is in a relationship right now. So for all y'all out there who live by that, you lying because you're gonna give it out to somebody. They're gonna take it. It is what it is. You can't get a refund for it, right? Just like as a man, you can't get a refund for your pride once you spent that money on that girl and she finessed you and didn't give you nothing.
Yeah.
So
But
y'all,
a lot of times, like, but that's the thing though. The more you invest into it, that's when it hurts more. You know what I mean? That's how they get you. You can't, you know what I mean? You gotta, like, if you might put the first bid in, but after that, you can't be double tapping. If she expecting you to do more than that, then you know, if you got the bread and that's your prerogative, if it ain't tricking, if you got it, by all means, sir, throw your bread out there and look stupid. But I'm not in the business of simping for nobody no more. Because once they find out that you kind hearted and that you'll just do whatever, it becomes it like, you know, they're not challenged by that, you know.
I wonder why though. You
Some
realize
men,
that? Like that's weird.
but some men are betas and they want that. They want that. They need somebody to tell them what the fuck to do. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they don't have no purpose to begin with. They need somebody to come in there and say, "Hey, motherfucker," you know, get your ass here. Get your ass here and go to Home Depot and get them 9-volt batteries before I slap your ass.
Hey, when you
They
get
bring me to
done,
Long Island on the way back. You heard me.
yes, dear.
How about a Denny's on Route 1? Yeah.
Oh snap! Yeah, that is a thing though. Like I think I would love to know. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I'll ask. You know, I got somebody to ask. I'll ask them why is that a thing? Now, Trey, look, where can they find you at, man? Well, because this has been a enlightening conversation, dog. I'm pretty sure people will want to see you more often. Where can they find you at?
Man, right now you can find me on I got a TikTok account. It's Trey Goodman 84 on TikTok. You'll see me on there. I do some Suge Knight skits and stuff like that. I plan on making a bigger platform and changing over from there and making better pseudo names. I can't be Trey Goodman on the platform like that. I got to make something else up. You know what I mean? A better, you know what I mean? I can have a job, you know, coming down, man. I heard you was on there talking about, you know, some Long Islands. What's up with the Long Islands? I got to know.
They can be like Route 1 bitches, huh? Come, let's talk. Let's go talk.
Why is the Babylon and Falls Church better than the one in Woodbridge? You want to know.
I've been on Route 1 my entire life. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So but for sure, man, look.
Yeah.
We've had a great time with you, man. When Chrissy and Kush come back, they're gonna definitely enjoy spending a lot more time, man, and being able to, you know, connect with you and talk with you and stuff. So definitely y'all go follow Trey. Trey, like I said, one of the funniest people that I ran across. Obviously, y'all can see today, man. One of the more insightful people as well. We've had a great time with y'all. As always, look, it's 2022. There's a whole lot of shit we not doing no more. I'm just saying. Not saying so. Go Cowboys. Today's our day. Hopefully, we're gonna pray. You know what I mean? And if you happen to ever run across me or run across Trey or anybody else, man, don't be afraid to say what up, man. As always, Ivy knows best, man. We fuck with y'all. We love y'all. Take it easy.